Hello, this is Galen Martling. I'm here with Unity Stamp Company showcasing their Decofoil adhesive transfer sheets. And this particular one is by Unity, but it's manufactured by ThermoWeb and Decofoil. And this is a wonderful project. In this case, I'm not using any stamping. I'm just using these beautiful decorative adhesive foil sheets I'm using. Also, I have foil by Decofoil and lilac and pink quartz, and the adhesive foil transfer sheet is called Blooming Friendship by Unity. And so I just cut out the images that I want to use. Now, these sheets have adhesive in the middle between two acetate film liner things that we're going to use. I'll show you how that process is to transfer that onto your cardstock. Now this is my card front. I decided to go ahead and use some ink blending in two shades of Distress Oxide ink. I have Worn Lipstick and Wilted Violet that I'm gently, with an ink blending brush, gently adding very light colors in the background. I use a frame stencil there just to give it some edge without any ink blending. I like that look. And so I go ahead and just gently add a few areas of pink and some other areas of purple and blend them together. Now I used a palette mat just to contain the mess. Then I heat set it with a heat tool just to make sure before we foil that everything is nice and dry. I have a die cutting machine here on the side. I have an electronic machine, but manual machines work. Anything with pressure. We're not actually going to cut anything out. We're just going to use pressure. So now you play around with your images and see where you want them placed. Then you peel off that back film. I use a tweezer. It makes it much easier. And then you just place and just stick down. The first step is to stick down the areas that you want to be foiled. You stick it onto your paper that you're going to foil on. In this case, I'm going to use purple for this particular flower and sentiment. I have another flower I'm going to do in pink with the same process. I'm just showing the one process with the one color of foil, but you can use different processes with different color foil sheets. Now I use two of the plates for my die cutting, and I always have my magnetic shim in there. I just leave it in there, and I do this whole process with it in there, just like when I die cut. Also, I have a carrier sheet, which is parchment, made of parchment paper here to the left. Decofoil carries that as well. ThermoWeb does. And so I'm using a little bit of pressure when I peel off this, ever so carefully and slowly. If you see any of the adhesive lifting, just put it back down and rub it with your finger a little bit just to make sure that all of that adhesive stays right on the cardstock. That will eventually become the design for the foil. So you want all of the detail to stay there right on the cardstock. Smooth cardstock is best. I use Nina Solar White smooth cardstock. And then you go ahead and you put that between the carrier sheet with the pretty side up, and then you add some extra paper on top of it just to protect any of the pressure from the foiling. And then you sandwich it between your plates and run it through the die cutting machine. Again, we're not cutting anything, we're just adding pressure. Then you remove all the layers. You remove the foil from the carrier sheet, and then you're going to gently peel away that lilac color from the background to reveal this beautiful, beautiful sentiment and flower. It's so pretty. Now you have a negative sheet there that you can use for another card, and you're ready to go. I always save those just in case I want a quick card. I can run that through the laminator. Maybe I can use a heat setting on the laminator for that process. But yes, that's my pink one on the right. I put that right on the right hand side of the card there, the card front. Now I'm ready to go ahead and adhere that to the card base. Then I just wanted to accent it a little bit more, so I added some adhesive gems in heart shapes just to give it some extra shimmer there at the top. there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a try. Thanks so much for watching, and please take a moment to subscribe and have a wonderful day.